Hey Fulu, hope you're having a bad morning. First off, I want to thank everyone who saw the documentary I made on Lil Peep. I didn't think it would do as well as it did, but I'm grateful for your support and I'm glad the documentary was able to help you out in some way. A lot of you have been asking me to make one on Mac Miller, and I will make one at some point, but I can't make it yet, and here's why. I've only made 2 documentaries so far, and both of them are about deceased musicians. And both of the documentaries aim to document their lives as close to their perspectives as possible while simultaneously trying to pay their respects and have an emotional impact. So I understand why there's such a huge demand for a Mac Miller documentary. The thing is, I feel that making 3 documentaries in a row on deceased people just isn't right because I want to appreciate the lives of all. It's one of the chapters for Goth Angel because there's this mentality that nobody really cares about you until you pass away, and unfortunately that is true to some extent. It took the death of XXXTentacion for me to make a documentary on him, and I'll always feel a bit of regret for the fact that I didn't listen to all of his songs on SoundCloud while he was still alive. I got into Lil Peep's music quite a lot and now I listen to him every day, but it's sad knowing that his passing is what made me want to listen to more of his music. I want to spread a message of positivity, but I want that message of positivity to go towards the living too, because we need to appreciate people while they're still alive. With that being said, the next documentary I'm going to make will be on XXXTentacion, and I know that's a huge departure from the X and Lil Peep documentaries, but XXXTentacion is the YouTuber who inspired me to choose YouTube as a path for my filmmaking career, and I want to make a tribute for him. While the X and Lil Peep documentaries try to spread a message of positivity, they're always going to be sad or bittersweet because those documentaries were made as a result of them passing away, and I really want to make something that's uplifting and inspiring without having that element of tragedy to it. Even if I decide not to make a documentary on XXXTentacion, I still want to make a documentary on someone who's still alive because I feel the need to stay true to that message of appreciating the lives of all. Once I'm done with the XXXTentacion documentary, I'm sure I'll make the next documentary on Mac Miller, and from then on there are other documentaries I want to make on people like Kid Cudi, Suicide Boys, Chester Bennington, and maybe Kanye West as well, we'll see. I've said the word documentary too many times, and honestly I'm not going to upload documentaries on a frequent basis. Not only did they take a while to make, but beyond that, they're very special videos that I feel work when I upload them on special occasions. I'm not planning on working on documentaries at all until the start of 2019, and even then, I would only upload 3 or 4 documentaries a year, which I think is fair given how long they are and how they're designed to be rewatched even a few years from now. I've been making content on YouTube for almost 3 years now, and for most of that time I didn't have a format, which made it difficult to find ideas. After considering how I felt making the X and Lil Peep documentaries, I've decided that I want to make album reviews. I want to review albums, mixtapes, EPs, rap music in general, whether it's mainstream or underground. I feel that by doing this I'll have more of an incentive to getting around to listening to certain albums and mixtapes, and I think it'll be fun in general. I hope that by reviewing certain albums I enjoy that you might decide to listen to them too. The format for the reviews will be similar to my reaction videos. I want to make them comedic and have a lot of weird editing. The Needle Drop is one of my favourite YouTube channels, but he doesn't review that much music from SoundCloud rappers, or at least he hasn't reviewed most of Bones' mixtapes. I understand that because he tends to review artists of a broad spectrum, and as a result he won't be able to review every single release. I'm planning on reviewing Come Over When You're Sober Part 2 as soon as possible. I know it's been out for a few weeks now, but I just want to review all of Lil Peep's music in general. I want to cover the albums, the mixtapes, the EPs, the collaborations, and I want to do the same thing for XXXTentacion, Bones, Suicide Boys, Mac Miller, and a lot of other rappers in general. I'm sure most of you subscribed because you expected more documentaries, and I will make them, but I want to make the kind of content that feels right to me, because I know that if I try and force a documentary out, it won't be as good as it should be. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you. Hopefully you'll watch the reviews I have planned for the future, but even if you don't, I'm just glad you saw something I made. Take care, Fulu, and I hope you have a bad morning.